We slept
What?
after 7.
Oh,
Hey,
what?
late.
Yeah, all right, right. Oh, God. I'm on late turn. I left a note.
I'm sorry, love. Go back to
Oh,
sleep.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Dad, are you awake?
No.
What are you thinking about?
Money.
This is going to be the last time, isn't it, Chet? I mean, we're doing all right. You said yourself the garage is doing well.
And that's enough.
Well, it would be for me.
Well, you're a woman. Aren't you?
What'd you get up for?
I was waiting up, wasn't I? Did you see the note I left?
Obviously not. I did say I was sorry. Go back to bed. I'll bring you a cup of tea up.
No, I'm awake now.
Hungry?
Not especially. I've got a mouth like the bottom of a birdcage.
I'm not surprised.
Well, you bought it, Maggie.
It was supposed to be for both of us.
I mean, you weren't here, were you, Inspector?
Let's have another row, Ray.
Who's looking for one?
Will you bother you that much, me being an inspector? Well, does it?
Why should it?
You know. You can see how I could suppose. Some men.
I'm grumpy. In the morning, I'm always grumpy. What time do you get in, anyway?
One-ish. We had a tip off narcotics.
Did you nick 'em?
No, didn't turn up.
Dad, why got such hairy legs?
Because I'm the wolf man. And on certain nights when I moves in the right direction...
Well, Joe.
Oh, hello.
Nice day for it.
Oh,
Hello, Uncle Harry.
Hello, Dale. You still in your filth then, brother?
well, we had a bit of a lie-in, you know.
Nice. Come, my son, you'll be late for school.
Time for school. Say goodbye to Daddy.
So long, son.
Bye, kid.
Will you be gone by the time I get back?
Yeah, I think so.
See you later then.
God willing.
Come on, Dad.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Look, son, are you deaf or something? You don't have to turn it off. Just turn it down to a... Why aren't you dressed anyway?
I'm on holiday, aren't I? Well, get dressed.
Why?
Well, for starters, because I said so. Still in his pyjamas up there.
Well, he's on holiday.
What's that got to do with it?
Ray, love.
Yeah.
What's wrong? Boys down the station giving you a hard time.
What you talking about?
Well, when I first made you inspector, you said they gave you a barracking. All that bit about being able to hang your helmet up now and leave it for a little woman to regret it.
Just pulling me leg, that's all. They was as chuffed as I was.
If it isn't
Look,
that,
Maggie,
and
you're
it's
gonna be
not
late.
just this morning, is it? It's getting to be every morning. It's not like you snapping at Steve over nothing like that.
I'm sorry.
Tell me.
It's the job.
What?
Oh. Not your job.
Not even my job. Just the bloody job. I mean, how long ago was that, Maggie?
Not so long.
It was a lifetime ago. Mr. and Mrs. Ray Forbes, your friendly neighbourhood coppers. Only we aren't coppers anymore, are we, Maggie? Or bobbies, or even bogies. We're the fuzz, the filth, pigs, fascist swine. My old man was blown to pieces at Normandy fighting the fascist bloody swine, and for what? To make a land fit for heroes? Or rockers, and muggers, and punks, and freeloaders, and all the rest of the gang?
Ray, love.
I mean, the train robbers. There's a book about them, out there on the bookstores. How we did it. And Biggsy's practically a bleeding folk hero. I mean, give him another couple of years and he'll end up with a royal pardon. And a night or to go with it. And never mind a poor bastard they fitted up doing the job. He won't be writing any books, will he? Oh, yeah, then there's the demo. The peaceful demo. Yeah, lock arms, lads. They don't mean any harm. They're just exercising their democratic rights. They're always on about their rights. Well, what about our rights? I mean, we're people too, aren't we? Citizens? I mean, sometimes we're fighting for our bloody lives out there, Maggie. You know what I dread the most now, eh? Soccer. Soccer. I mean, I can remember when it used to be a right old scramble down the neck for that duty. Nowadays, it gives me the shivers. I mean, they're not kids. They're animals. Worse. The stick you get from the crowd, you think it was the police who was trying to spoil the match for everybody. Oh, yeah, but don't you lose your bottle and retaliate when somebody spits in your face or puts the boot in on one of your mates. Because as sure as hell you'll end up there that night on news at 10. And tomorrow they'll be up on their back legs in the House of Commons screaming about police brutality. You remember Sid? Sid Wallace?
Yes.
Yeah. He lost an eye defending somebody's democratic rights. Half blind at 26. But that wasn't on the telly. Oh, no. It's funny, isn't it? How they never seem to have their cameras down the hospital after a demo. Watching our lads getting their stitches put in for them. Pig in the middle, that's me. Pig in the middle.
Say that.
I'll tell you something, Maggie, I've had it. Right up to here. I'm jacking it in. I'm leaving the force.
Ray,
I mean it. Don't you bloody dress
I'm
you.
having a bloody bath, aren't I?
Don't use that language with me.
No, use it on me.
Ray, for God's sake.
You heard what he said.
But don't hit him. Don't take it out on him.
Guess who?
Ah, hello, Jake.
Morning, Maggie.
Oh, hello, Jake.
Well, I thought you'd use a lift in.
Right.
You'll be late again tonight, will you?
I don't know. Dad'll hang on till you get back.
Right, I'll see you.
Yeah. I picked a bad time to call, did I?
Give me 2 minutes, okay?
Right.
Harry? Okay, all right? All right, you know? Have you got the car?
Yeah.
Merc. Well, there's posh for you. Wasn't even locked. Yeah, well, some people don't deserve good cars, do they?
Right, let's go.
Ray?
Yeah.
Look, what you said about Jack Milling. We've got to talk about it. You're not on till 2, right?
Yeah.
Come up west and have some lunch with me. Please?
You paying, are you?
Go on.
The perfect father, that's me, straight out of Spot.
Nobody's perfect. Dear, come round.
Right, 12 o'clock down the Nick, okay?
You're on.
Right. Bye, love.
Bye. Take care.
Bit of a Barney, then?
No, nothing important.
Well, does it bother him, do you think?
What?
Well, that you're detective inspector up west and he's still PC plod.
Did it bother you?
Definitely.
He's talking about leaving the force.
I see. Well, what would he do?
Dunno. Thanks. How come you never married, Joe?
Well, the only woman I've ever fancied's already married.
Right.
Right, you're on the deck! Harry, behind you! Let's go. Get the bloody car! Go!
DCI Russell? Yes, she is. Yes, she does. I see. Yes, where have they taken him? Yes, of course. Look, you'd better give me some details.
Any previews from CRO, Jenkins?
2 years for GBH, 6 years ago. Good as gold since.
All right, thanks, Jimmy. Those bed cassettes are turning up again. Tell DC Hammond and his buck. What's his name?
Weaver.
If we could give an hour the suitcase traders in Oxford Street, they may give him a lead now. Where's the other thing?
The dodgy scotch in that one.
Anything?
No, there's nothing going in for the back door.
Oh, of course, they're taking it in the front.
Pint of pint in the annex, lunchtime.
Ray's coming in to have lunch with me. Oh, thanks, Eileen.
Just to make up time.
Trouble reading my writing.
Oh, I've
Something like
seen
that.
worse. On prescriptions.
Oh, yes, yes.
Thanks, Mum.
Business.
Come. Sit down, Inspector. Afraid I've got some bad news for you. There's been an accident.
Steve?
No.
Ray?
Yes.
Ray?
Very sorry.
Oh. God. You shot him. You shot him.
It went off. The stupid git was going for the gun. I didn't mean to
he
shoot him.
dead?
It went off.
No.
You don't know?
Yeah, well, we didn't hang about to find out, did
It
we?
was your idea, wasn't it, Harry?
You
Taking
know
the
your
gun
trouble,
along.
Joe. You're all mad.
Oh,
you ain't got a bad thing.
Knock it
You're
off,
all mad.
Harry!
You jumped that motor? Yeah. Clean? Yeah. What? Yeah. The shooter.
I'll look after that.
Yeah, about it.
Independent Radio News at 1. Ken Clark. An all-out search is underway to find the raiders of a security van in London's West End this morning. During the raid, the thieves shot and killed a police constable.
A copper.
The officer, who was off duty, surprised the thieves after they'd overpowered the security guards. He was shot at point-blank range and died instantly. The thieves fled empty-handed.
You wasted a
Police
copper.
are searching for a dark blue Mercedes seen leaving the scene of the crime.
Yeah, well, I didn't know, did I?
The
How
Trade
the
Minister
bloody hell was I supposed to know?
The latest OPEC price increases.
The stupid git was going for the gun.
Oh, I've got to tell Steve. How am I going to tell Steve?
Wait. Oh, Fenton, it's Inspector Forbes' husband. He's been shot. He's dead. I want you to see Sketcher, all right? Maggie. Come on, love. All right. Come on, my love. Fenton's going to see you home.
I don't know how I'm going to tell him.
All right. I mean, do you want me to come in with you?
That's right.
Sure.
Thanks.
Oh dear, oh dear. What's the matter, love? Turn the telly down a bit, will you?
Are you all right, Mum? Well, what are you doing back now? You said you're on late turn tonight.
No, I didn't feel well. I came back early. Dad, I've got a headache. Do you think you could get me an aspirin?
We're right after them, love. They're on the list. Yeah, look, I'll tell you what. Give me a minute. I'll nip down to the chemist. I won't be a moment. Where have I put my coat?
Steve, I want to talk to you on your own. About your dad?
Oh, don't talk to me about him.
What?
I mean, I'm not going to apologise to him. I mean, why should I? I got that new cassette yesterday, and that was the first time I had a chance to hear it this morning. And he comes in carrying on and makes me switch the thing off. It's the same every morning. He's asked me to come jogging with him tomorrow. Just because he's got a day off. I mean, I can't live with all this. Who needs all this early morning aggro anyway? And another thing, if he thinks he's going to stick one across my face without... He's got another thing coming.
Steve is dead.
We've got a few minutes yet, Gal. Steve's watching for the car. Are you sure this is what you want, Maggie?
Oh, yes.
It'd be a right circus down at the centre, you know. What with the press and all.
No, I don't care about that. At first I did think just a quiet funeral, just us, no fuss. But then Ray spent 20 years in that job. I reckon in the end he thought they were 20 years thrown away, wasted. I don't think they were. Not one day. Any more than he would have done once things had settled down again. I want people to see that. I want Steve to see that. To see how important he was.
The car's here, Mum.
Right.
The funeral took place today of Police Constable Raymond Forbes. Constable Forbes died in hospital a week ago after being fatally wounded in a struggle with armed raiders who were robbing a security van. What the hell are you watching that for?
Constable Forbes leaves a widow and a teenage son.
Look at her. That poor woman. And the boy. Look at her son. God, I hope they get Harry.
You just remember, Joe. I was there and all. He gets it. I get it. Right?
We'd better be getting back. I'll get Janie to give you a ring. Anytime you know where we live.
Thanks.
Come in and see us in a nick in your own time. So long, Steve. Look after. Bye, sir.
I'll call round. If there's anything at all you want.
Thanks, Jake.
I'll get changed.
Cup of tea, love?
I was going to jack it in, you know, Dad.
Hey?
Ray. That last morning he told me he was jacking it in.
I'll put the kettle on.
Vince?
Oh, do come in, won't you, Charles? Make yourself at home.
How's business?
You lot are going bloody mad. You'll have so like a second.
Well, you know how it is, Vince. When some proxy villain goes and murders one of us, we don't like it at all. Don't like murder, ever. Not ever. But when it's one of us, that's when we start getting dead earnest. We become scrupulous in the execution of our duty. Everyone comes into the fray.
I know nothing about shooting no coppers.
No, of course you don't, my love. Of course you don't. On the other hand, you are the lad with the contacts. I mean, you have got a lot of friends in low places. I want you to do me a favour. Put the word out, spread it around. I want the toe rag who did it, Vince. I want him badly. If I don't get what I want, I can get very tasty. You think things are rough around here now? Get a bloody something worse, believe me. All right?
Can I come in, Mum?
Yes, of course.
Picking up Dad's uniform.
Yeah. Somebody's coming from the station to pick it up.
It says on the news they found the getaway car. It had been nicked.
figures.
Why did he hit me?
It didn't mean anything, love. He was sorry afterwards, he said so. And he bought me a bottle of perfume that day. It was in his things when he brought them back.
I suppose you get a medal or something.
Possibly.
Big deal.
I want to be assigned to the case.
Of course you do. Request denied.
I'm a good detective. I can help.
Of course you are. If you weren't, you wouldn't be working with me. Now, come on, Maggie. How could you possibly hope to remain objective investigating the murder of your own husband?
No, I thought about that.
No way. Even if I said yes, the old man would overrule it.
I'd still like to come back to work. Steve's back at
That's
school now.
also out of the question, at least for the moment. You remain on compassionate leave until I say otherwise. Now, go home. Let you know the minute we get any news.
Some compassion. I'm climbing the walls.
Maggie, do know how you feel.
Do you, sir?
You'll get it. Believe it.
Hello, my darling.
Hello, Dad.
You must have been able to smell it.
What?
The coffee I just made.
Your ware's lovely, Dad.
Well, of course it is. I was house trained by an expert, wasn't I? Your mother. You, went down the station then?
Yeah. I asked Russell if I could come back to work.
Oh, yeah?
He wouldn't hear of it.
You are, going back to work then?
Eventually, yes.
Uh-huh.
What are you trying to say, Dad, that you don't think I should?
Well, I'm sure it's not my place to tell you anything, Margot. But, if you do go back, what about him then? Steve?
I've got to work, Dad.
But of course you have. But then there's work and there's work, isn't there? I mean, it's not as if you was in any old job, girl. Not as if you was a secretary or a receptionist or a girl who works in the flower shop. You're a copper. And it's a dangerous job, isn't it, nowadays, being a copper? Well, what happened to Ray proved that. And like I say, there is Steve. I'll go. Yes, she is. Who wants her? Hang on, she's there now. Says his name's Eskimo.
It's Maggie.
Hello, love. Sorry to hear about your old man. I've got something for you if you'd like to call round. A couple of names.
Right. I'll be there in about an hour. Dad, I'm going out. Tell Steve that I'll be back when I can.
Maggie, you said yourself Russell warned you off.
To hell with that.
Russell on the Vine is the Blandon brothers, maybe at on the end.
Hardly there, Mo. Shooters.
London's getting more violent every day, isn't it?
Proof?
All I got was the word. On the house this morning.
CID.
Jimmy?
Oh, hello, Mum.
Jimmy, I want you to do something for me. Check a couple of names. Jed and Harry Blandon. Brothers. I want the last name, address, that sort of thing. And strictly on the QT, OK?
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask, but I'm stuck here. Stymied.
Yeah, I'm with you.
TCI.
Vince, are your inquiries?
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps it is something about the one who provided the wheels.
Yeah?
Well, what's it worth?
What? Oh, come on now, Vince. You know I wouldn't insult you by offering you money, now would I, my love, eh?
Hello?
Hello. That address. One brother, Jed, lives at 17 Armstrong Terrace. That's North 6. Also, there's a garage in Kilburn. Could be bent. Resprays, that sort of caper.
Thanks, Jimmy. Stumm, mind.
Warder Reynolds, nicknamed Curly. He's going bald. Shoplifting, petty larceny. Last conviction 3 years ago for nicking a car. When he's not inside, he drives a taxi for a living.
Hold on.
Right, sir.
All right.
Mrs. Renix.
Yeah,
It's Curly in.
he was christened Walter.
Is he?
What do you want him?
We're police officers. We'd like a word with him.
He's not here.
Well, do you know where he is?
How would I know? I'm his mother, not his wife.
Is his wife in?
To that one. Try up west. Her card's in all the best windows in Soho. Oh, what do you want him for?
A copper was killed a couple of weeks ago. We think your son might be able to help us with our inquiries.
Why, Wally wouldn't know nothing about anything like that.
Well, when will he be back? Do you know?
Sorry.
Harry? Curly, what the bloody hell you... I've had the bogies round. They've been asking about the shooting.
You haven't been talking, son, have you? Shooting your mouth off.
Ah, I've been doing you a favour. What do you think I am, stupid or something?
Well, if you haven't, why the bloody hell they come knocking at your door?
I'm telling you, I haven't breathed a dicky.
All right, knock it off,
Harry.
Had to be in.
Not necessarily.
No.
Coincidence.
Look, every pig in town's after this one, aren't they? They've got nothing to go on, have they? So what are they doing? They're making sweeps, aren't they? They're picking up everybody and anybody. Hoping to flush somebody out of the woodwork. We may just get a visit ourselves. In fact, I've been expecting it. Now listen to me, son. You go back home to your dear old mother, all right?
Yeah, okay.
You haven't been talking to her, have you?
No, of course not.
You sure?
No, Harry.
It doesn't matter. Your old lady good for an alibi?
Yeah, of course.
Good. Well, you get her to give you one for the morning in question, right? And if old Bill comes calling, you're in. Wide-eyed and innocent. Give this place a miss from now on, right?
Yeah, okay.
Off you go, then.
See you, eh?
Supposing it wasn't a coincidence.
Hit and run?
Yes, sir.
Well?
Dead on arrival.
Don't take any prisoners, do they? Anybody get the number of the car?
No, sir.
Come.
Is Mrs. Rennox to see you, sir?
Sure, in, will you? Better go easy on this one. She's had a bit of a shock. Come in, Mrs. Rennox. Give her a chair.
It was my Wally. I hoped it wouldn't be, but it was.
We're sorry about your boy, Mrs. Rennox.
No, you're not. He wasn't much, my Wally, but he was all I had, and they killed him. I can't find his wife. I'm not surprised. You come round to the house, didn't you? After you'd gone, you told me all about it. Killing a copper. He only drove the car. He was so scared. So he went round to see them. And they killed him.
Who are they, Mrs. Rennox? Who was it killed your boy? Do you know?
I've only got a minute. Russell's steaming.
Why?
He was onto a lead, the bloke who drove the car for them. And somebody went and ran him over. Mickey Mouse, name of Curly Rennox.
Bullshit.
Yeah, we nicked him a couple of times.
When was this?
This afternoon, about 5 o'clock.
Oh, he was at Blandon's place. He arrived 4:40. Left 5 minutes later, and they took after him in a light grey Jag. Oh, came home in a taxi about an hour later. Then they would, wouldn't they? Just run somebody over, carve him out.
They got a garage in Kilburn.
So they have. It's the number of the Jag. Let Russell have it.
I'll drop you right in if I do.
My problem. Tell him I pulled rank on you.
Hello, Mum. Where you been?
Got a tip off.
Any good?
About the shooting. I don't know.
Secret, then, is it? Who gave you this? All right, you can tell me all about it on the way, and don't give me any of that I promise not to, bilge. This is a nick, not Greyfriars School.
Just a minute, lovely.
This is Matt. Detective Chief Inspector Russell. Detective Sergeant Fenton. Hello, Jed. Been a long time. What is it now? 6 years? Of course, you were away for a few of those, weren't you? Out of circulation, like. Somebody shot one of my men.
I read about that. Unwise.
Thought you might be able to help us, like, with our inquiries.
Just a joke.
Joke? I'm not laughing.
Jag you drive, is it? Grey Jag?
So?
Well, that'd be the one you used to knock Rennox over with, would it?
I've never heard of no Rennox.
There he was, walking down the street, minding his own business, when along comes a dirty great Jag, smears him all over the pavement. Not a pleasant way to go.
Don't know nothing about any of that.
Is this the number of your car?
So what?
So would it be in dock at the moment, in a garage not 100 miles from here, damaged near side lamp and wing?
Yeah, I had a bump.
So did Curly Rennox.
Regard that as a receipt. We'll let you have it back when forensic are finished with it.
It's truly marvellous what science can do nowadays, Jed, you know. I mean, it's amazing what they can turn up, even if a car has been thoroughly hosed down. So what were you doing outside the Blandons' house that day?
I got a tip off.
Oh, which you chose not to pass on to me, right?
Yes, sir.
Although you were on compassionate leave at the time, right?
Yes, sir.
And under the strictest orders from me that you were in no way to get involved with the inquiry, right?
Yes, sir.
What the hell do you think we've been doing for the last 2 weeks, eh? You had no idea what was going on. You had no information as to what lines of inquiry anybody else was carrying out. Nothing. You just steamed in. Had they spotted you outside that house, you could have blown the whole thing.
Blown it anyway, haven't we, sir?
Come again?
Well, we haven't got either of them for Ray's murder. And you know as well as I do that if Jed Blandon gets the right lawyer, he'll have the charge he's on reduced to manslaughter.
I see. Oh, you think we should have gone after both of them for the murder of your husband, right? I mean, despite the fact there wasn't a shred of evidence that wasn't purely circumstantial, despite the fact the car is clean, the shooter's vanished, and the only one of the three of them likely to even cough under pressure is buried up in the cemetery.
Well, it might have been worth a try. Anything would have been worth a try rather than let them simply get away with it.
Now, listen, Maggie, I understand how you feel. I do. It's because I understand how you feel that I gave you orders to steer clear. Orders you deliberately flouted. Now, I stuck my neck out for you, brought you into this department because I thought you had the makings of a good copper. Now, there's a body of opinion around this building wouldn't necessarily agree with me. Don't think women are up to it. Think they're too weak, too emotional. Quite honestly, on the strength of your performance, I'm not sure they're not right. So when I give you an order in future, Inspector, I want you to obey it. To the bloody letter, right?
Yes, sir.
Consider yourself on leave until you hear otherwise. And another thing, just for the record, no bastard's got away with anything. All right?
Understand Russell's point of view. I mean, he's in charge, isn't he?
Look, do you remember that chat we had that day? On the way in the car the morning that Ray got killed? About Ray and me.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, I think he had a point, you know. Perhaps it did bother him a lot about me being promoted. I think perhaps he had a point.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, you know how it is usually with police women that marry coppers. As soon as they start having babies, they leave. They settle for some nice, safe, routine job in the nick. They never think about getting promoted. Perhaps that's how Ray thought it would be with me.
You can't help the way you are, Maggie.
17 years we were married, Ray and me. You take away all the 15-hour days I've worked out of that. Not to mention the nights. And the weekends. Weeks away on this course or that course. All the times that Ray was on nights while I was on days and vice versa. It amounts to a hell of a lot of time we never ever spent together. Thanks for the lift, Jake.
Any time.
I'll see you, okay?